I am back at the Sanford Dam again. You can see it over my shoulder, and there's been a ton of progress since I was out here last. Let me get this camera turned around. Before we head over to the site where all the work's going on, I just wanted to give a huge thanks to all my new patrons, as well as people who have been sending me letters through the mail. So again, huge thanks to you guys. You allow me to continue coming out here, documenting this, so that all of this history is not lost. As you can see, there is no longer spillways on spillway 2 and 3, and soon the concrete trucks will be pulling in to finish pouring the rest of the sill. Pretty amazing seeing those gone. Very soon now, the water that is coming over here underneath the temporary bridge will be redirected over the top of the Sanford Dam. We're going to jump into some quick drone video here before I get back to the on the ground video, but you can see the cement truck pulling up, ready to start pouring that concrete into the area where the sill is. You can see some of those forms that are in place. And the biggest thing you might be able to notice is the mini excavator sitting where spillway 3 used to be, using the breaker to remove the rest of the little bit of rubble that is left of the rollway. Amazing shot. That mini excavator looks even smaller, dwarfed by the Sanford Dam. You know, it's kind of hard to tell just how large these structures are until you're actually there, seeing them in person or seeing another piece of equipment there to get the perspective. You know, there will be plenty of raw video at the end of this video if anyone wants to stay tuned till the end to watch the breaker removing a little bit more of the spillway. Many people ask me about the equipment that I'm using here, so make sure you check out the link in the description down below if you want to know what I'm using, what drone I'm using. If you go to Amazon and actually purchase anything after clicking the Amazon affiliate link, they actually kick a small portion of the proceeds back to the channel, so another way to help out. All right, let's head on over to the site now and we'll take a closer look as to what's going on over there at Sanford Dam. Down here on the job site now, you can see they're up here in the mini excavator with the breaker, just doing a little bit of that finishing work, breaking off a little bit of that spillway here. You can see spillway 2, all that rollway completely removed now. Lamprey T-joint looks really nice. They said if they actually broke any of that galvanizing off, they would re-galvanizing, but they're actually using the timber mats and armoring up, putting those on top of the steps of the weir spillway so that they don't damage it at all. See a couple of the patches that they put over here along that kind of retaining wall along the powerhouse. They patched down here, as well as they patched that spot up there. Those forms will be coming off tomorrow. And you can see the sill here that is completely poured. This is what they will be pouring today now. You can see the concrete truck just going ahead, loading up the concrete bucket, and they'll swing it over with the excavator, start filling in on top of that rebar. We'll watch them go ahead, do a little bit of this work here. I'll probably have some raw video at the end. If not, on the ground with the drone video, seeing a little bit of this breaker work going. Water on the other side of the dam right now is probably about 2-3 feet lower before it starts coming over the top of this dam. So the water level might come up a little bit when they block off the earthen embankment over there to get that water to flow back over the top of the Sanford Dam. But it will just be run of the river. The lake, Sanford Lake, is not going to refill. This work is just to redirect the river flow back through Sanford Dam to stop a lot of the erosion that has been happening. You can see some of the trees down here where that water comes underneath the temporary bridge and hits that bank. A lot of erosion happening over there. We'll see that with the drone as well. The drone is facing towards the north in this shot, probably about 75 feet in altitude. We can see the concrete truck and some of that concrete starting to flow into the concrete bucket. The concrete bucket is attached to the excavator, and you can see some of the crews down here in the middle of the screen doing a little bit of that screeding. So trying to level off that sill nicely. You know, when I was there on the ground, you just got done seeing them using some of that vibration to try to get any little air bubbles out. But definitely a phenomenal job being done here by Fisher Contracting and everyone involved. You know, Fisher does get a lot of the credit for the work going on here. And I mean, it makes sense, they are the boots on the ground, but there is a huge effort from the engineering side of things, just the organization of the job site to keep things moving along by the Four Legs Task Force, as well as Spicer Engineering. There's just too many names to be able to name the people involved. Make sure you're checking out the Four Legs Task Force Symposium that's coming out. That will be an awesome event to attend and see all the contractors that have been involved with the rebuilding and the stabilization here of the dams. Jumping back to the shot above the mini excavator with the breaker, removing some of that rollway again, and we'll come directly over the top of him, get the bird's eye view over the catwalk. That's exactly where the gates used to be, where that excavator is sitting, and the winches used to be attached to that catwalk that would raise and lower those gates. Hard to tell now at this time that those were even there any longer. Current day at the time of me filming this voiceover, I'm planning on posting this video this Sunday. There's a lot of work going out there on the lake bed though, a lot of cleanup work. The brush is being brush hogged and leveled, so the whole forest that used to be on the lake bed will not be there for much longer. Maybe a good thing, maybe a bad thing, I guess it depends on your viewpoint, but it will be a much cleaner look and will prevent a less hazardous place when the lake is refilled if there's not all that vegetation already starting to grow. Great shot of the powerhouse, the temporary bridge in the background, as well as the rollways on the spillways. So timeline wise, hopefully you can hear me over the breaker right now. It takes them about 2.5 days to remove a spillway completely. The rest of the day they won't be able to do any large work with the bigger excavator, with the bigger breaker, because of the sill work that's going on here when they're pouring the rest of this sill. They don't want to disturb that. So the rest of the day they're going to be using the mini excavator with the breaker on it. But hopefully by the end of August, the water will be flowing back over the Sanford Dam. They will go ahead, put the plug in the river, then start working on putting that sheet pile down, the earthen embankment, and rebuilding that earthen embankment here on Sanford Dam. I'm going to go ahead, record a little bit more, put some of this raw video at the end of the video for those of you that are interested. Then I'll be heading out, going to fly the drone. The drone is facing to the south. This would be looking downriver. Probably only about 10-15 feet in altitude. I didn't want to get too close with the drone. You can see the amount of rocks flying off of the spillway from the breaker going ahead and breaking away that spillway, so I didn't want to take the drone down with a stray rock flying off and hitting it, but I did end up getting pretty close. You're able to see the precision work going on here, and again, this will be a lot of the video that will be included at the end of this video. I do want to provide a quick update though. I know there's been a couple people asking me what's going on up there at Secord Dam. There's a lot of work that is just about ready to start happening, and I will be going up there in the next week or two to start filming some of that. So Fisher and Beerline will be up there doing some work on the powerhouse, removing the generators, maybe removing some of those turbines. So a lot of powerhouse work, and this will probably carry on right in through and into the construction phase of rebuilding Secord Dam. So some more great news is that I actually do have enough funding now to be able to put a live camera up there on Secord Dam. So couldn't have come another month too late. We should be able to see all the work going on up there at Secord Dam right from the start. So hopefully in the next couple weeks, if I don't get too busy, we're at a very busy time in our life right now with building our new house, but I will try to get up there very soon to get the Secord Dam live camera hooked up so that you guys can follow along with the progress 24/7. So keep your eye out for that. Also, some more updates. For those of you that have been tuned into the live cameras, you may have noticed on the Sanford Park live camera work has started up there once again, and they are making some great progress. So the next time I'm out here at Sanford, I will be going over to the park, maybe doing a little bit more in-depth overview of the construction going on there, the timeline that's going to happen for that park rebuild. I will maybe pop up a picture of that at the end of this video because I did fly over there and showed a little bit of the progress on the park at that time. Another video that you will see coming out very shortly is on the Forest Lake Dam. I did go up there and did a little bit of a tour, provided some updates as to what's going on up there because Fisher Contracting is also working on that dam doing some repairs. So that's a very interesting video. They actually sustained a lot of damage in the May 2020 floods as well. The dam and the embankment didn't fail, but the spillway sure eroded quite a bit. I'll actually pop up a picture real quick while the drone is flying up to 400 feet in altitude here at Sanford Dam, so you get a nice aerial view of the job site. But yeah, the work is going on there. They're installing some siphon tubes to be able to divert that water from going through the dam and through the spillway so that they can do the repair work there. I wanted to show you guys real quick down here between the spillway and the sill. I don't think I've really filmed since all this has been poured. This will be the last time you're able to see underneath spillway number 4, all complete. So the next time I'm out here, all of these spillways will be removed and water will probably be starting to flow over the top of Sanford Dam. I will absolutely be out here the day that the water is redirected, that plug is inserted in the river, and that water starts flowing back over the top of the Sanford Dam once again. In this shot, the drone is facing back towards the north, up at 400 feet in altitude, going to start dropping now. But you can see the lake bed out there, top left corner, and how lush and green it's getting. Gimbal was a little bit shaky there on the drone for some reason, probably the aftermarket ND filter that I do have, but it's giving us an excellent image here, being able to see the work going on here at Sanford Dam. If you check out the live camera, you will see a ton of work now happening here on the earthen embankment. So a lot of dirt moving going on, so make sure you stay tuned to those live cameras as always and be able to get those 24/7 updates. Here's the view from the top of the earthen embankment. See Sanford Dam over here behind me, where they're going ahead pouring the last little bit of that sill, and the mini excavator with the breaker is over there as well. I'm not going to jump on top of the dam. We will use the drone to be able to get some of that video, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys how low the water level is right now. We are in a drought here in Michigan. We did get a little bit of rain last night, but not a whole lot. I have not seen this river level this low in quite some time, especially not here on the Sanford lake bed. But here's a shot of the earthen embankment. I'll also go ahead and film probably over there where the temporary bridge is, where the breach happened, where the water is currently flowing through, and that is where that plug will go in to stop the water from going through that area anymore and redirect the water to going through the Sanford Dam. Also, Sanford Falls are just around the corner here, but look at how green the lake bed is out there. Those trees are getting very tall. I'm sure some of those are 10 to 15 feet tall at this point in time. All right, let's head on over, take a quick look at the temporary bridge, the water going underneath here, and then I will be heading out of here. Here is an awesome shot of the Tittabawassee River flowing over the Sanford Falls. These falls will be gone in approximately a month when this breach area where the Sanford earthen embankment failed is filled back in and plugged so that the water starts going back over the top of the Sanford Dam. And I know I've said it before, but a lot of this work going on here right now is just to stop erosion. So by getting that water to go back over the top of Sanford Dam, this erosion will stop in this area. You know, we can see a lot of evidence of this over there in the Sanford Park area where that water's flowing directly underneath the temporary bridge, being directed right at the bank over there. You know, it just keeps sloughing off and going downriver. Main reason that there is a lot of turbidity in the water as well is just from the erosion. That clay is picked up into the water column and swept downriver. Coming around the corner here though, be able to see the mini excavator still working away, trying to remove the rest of the spillway, the rollway here on spillway number 3. Here's a good area where you can see just how low the Tittabawassee River is right now with the water flowing over the top of Sanford Falls. Picking back up where I left off with my last thought though, the work going on here is for erosion control stabilization, it's called. So this work going on here is not to restore the prior Sanford Lake at this point yet. I say yet because that is going to be during the construction phase that will be happening in the next couple of years. That is the phase that is currently going to be starting up there on Secord and Smallwood Dam, and that will allow those lakes to be refilled. Those lakes estimated to have a lake refill date of 2024. Sanford Dam will be the next to be repaired and the lake refilled with an estimated lake refill date of 2025. And then Wixom Lake will finally be repaired. I guess the dams, both the Tobacco River and the Edenville Dam, will be repaired and the lakes allowed to refill, estimated refill year of 2026. That project will be a little bit larger. There are 2 dams on Wixom Lake, so that's why that one's going to take a little bit longer to complete. Great shot here. You can see the precision work that is going on here with the breaker on the mini excavator. He's able to get that concrete broken away right level with the top of that concrete weir spillway. I'm going to start gaining altitude a little bit here, and then we'll start heading over to the park area. Again, you can kind of see, looks like the water needs about a foot and a half before it starts flowing over the top of these concrete weir spillways. So we will be able to see that work happening in within a month now of the time of me filming this voiceover. It'd be an awesome sight to see with the water going back over the top of this dam. Huge accomplishment. All right, like I said, we're going to go or head over here to the Sanford Park area. You can see the left side of the river here. That's where a lot of erosion is happening, where that embankment, the bank, keeps sloughing off and getting washed downriver, and where we saw a few of these trees ended up with a demise of being washed away downriver as well. Looks like there's still a little bit of vegetation on this tree, but that is dwindling pretty fast. Don't see any evidence that the beavers have been working on this lately, but we do see them from time to time on the live camera. If you look in the background, you will see a little bit of the work going on in the Sanford Park area. Just a lot of that screening of black topsoil there. I'm going to jump into some of the raw video from when I was out there filming on site. If you want to, make sure you stay tuned to watch the rest of this raw video. But if not, make sure you go down below, leave a like on this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave any questions and comments you have down below. And until the next one, I'll see you then. for watching, and make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Also, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next videos I will be posting, and leave your questions, comments, and suggestions below. As always, I just want to give a massive thanks to the people who support me on Patreon. Never underestimate the value of your contribution to keeping this channel going. Thank you.